This is going to gain you that self-reflection you need to find what you really want in your life. Hey there, Cancer, and welcome to your week of November 1st, 2021 General Tarot reading. We're going to be looking at your energy coming into this week, some challenges you might be facing, as well as some possible outcomes. We're going to do clarifiers for all those cards and tie everything off with an oracle card at the end, so you're going to want to stick around for all that. And these are general readings though, of course, Cancer, so some, all, or none of this may resonate with you. If it does resonate, fantastic. If it doesn't, don't try to make something fit that doesn't fit, right? It's just not your message, so don't worry about it. So, thank you for being here, Cancer, and let's take a look. So far, we got the Five of Swords for you. You got the Hanged Man and the Ten of Wands. All right, so for you, you seem to be coming in very driven this week, I feel. You really want to get up and go here with the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords can represent wanting to win at all costs, so that's where I get that driven part from. And so I feel like you're very motivated at this time, hopefully for good. Hopefully it's not an obsessive motivation, but hopefully it's just like, you know, I'm saying it's driven. You're like, I want to succeed. I'm going to do what I can to succeed. So I like that. We got the Hangman here as well, so maybe you've been recently gaining some enlightenment here, or maybe you've been stagnating a bit, as well as the Hangman is just hanging around. He's not moving anywhere. So, like I say here, though, with the halo around his head, though, that represents enlightenment, gaining knowledge, looking at things from a different perspective. As you can see, the Hangman is upside down. Everyone else is upside right, so he does look at things in a little slightly different way. And so I feel like where we have you being so driven at this time, I feel as though with the Hangman there, it feels like you're willing to look down different avenues to find your success, right? You're not just sitting here being like, there's one way to do it and I'm going to force it. And, you know, it doesn't matter, square peg, round hole, doesn't matter, I'm making it fit, right? We've also got the Ten of Wands here. So I feel like some big time weight has recently or is coming off of you soon here. You know, something that's been causing you a lot of stress, something that's been worrying you a lot here. Like I say, the Ten of Wands represents sort of like the weight of the world being on your shoulders. So it's possible here, Cancer, that something that's been really stressing you out is finally coming to an end here, or very shortly, if it hasn't already. So that's awesome. So let's take a look and see what we got here for you for some potential challenges, Cancer. Let's see what we got going on here. We got the Two of Cups, the Page of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. All right. So the Two of Cups can represent a soulmate. It can be a lover, a partner, someone like that, but it can also just be someone who just really gets you, like a best friend type of energy as well. So maybe that's who's kind of holding you up at this time, Cancer. Maybe they're giving you some grief. But with the Page of Swords here, I feel as though it may be a situation where you want to reach out to someone, but you don't really want to at the same time, or you're having trouble reaching out to them for some reason. Maybe it's one of those things like maybe you have them on like Facebook Messenger, for instance, like you're friends with them and you want to reach out and ask them out if they want to go hang out sometime or go on a date or whatever, but you want to do it when they're online, and it's always just kind of like a just missed, like they were just online a few minutes ago and it's like, I just missed my opportunity, or something like that, right? I feel like you're trying to set up like the ideal situation for that to happen, but you know what, you should just, like, you know, shoot your shot, right? It shouldn't matter if you get them right there in the moment. Just let them know, like send a message and see what happens, right? We also got the Queen of Pentacles here. I feel like maybe this person you're going after is a motherly, nurturing type. Doesn't necessarily have to be a woman. It could be a man as well. It's just energy. But a person who's very motherly, nurturing when it comes to like your health, your wealth, and your time, right? Well, that's what Pentacles represent. So someone who's very much making sure those kind of things are good, or, you know, trying to grow those things, you know, nurture them so that they grow and you have an abundance of them. So that's very interesting. I like that. This could also just be a situation where you just have that kind of like Two of Cups person on your mind, and that's kind of like you wish someone like that would reach out to you, or there was someone like that you could reach out to as well. So let's take a look at some possible outcomes here for you, Cancer. See what's going on. See if we can get through this. We got a Queen of Cups coming out here. That is, and an Eight of Wands. Queen of Cups often is looked at, I look at all the court cards as sort of representative of all the water signs, but a lot of people do look at the Queen of Cups as like yourself or Scorpio, so that's very interesting. So we got the Queen of Cups, we got the Eight of Wands, and we've got the Hermit here. So interesting energy as well. The Queen of Cups, like the Queen of Pentacles, very motherly and nurturing. But with the Queen of Cups, it's more to do with your emotions and your feelings, making sure everything's good there, making sure you're emotionally balanced and well taken care of. Right? So I love that. That's fantastic. And it can also be a very empathetic person, this Queen of Cups, or someone who, you know, has a shoulder to cry on, someone you can really talk to and be vulnerable with here. So I like that. So maybe you need to find that kind of a person, have a real talk out with them, or possibly you're turning into a Queen of Cups as well. Maybe that's the kind of energy you need to get into. Whatever happens here, I feel like things are going to be turning around quickly, though. We have the Eight of Wands, and the only thing faster than the Eight of Wands in the tarot deck is your card, Cancer, the Chariot. So very interesting here. I feel like things are going to be moving along very quickly, and we're going to have success in the very near future because of that. We also have the Hermit here. The Hermit is the sign of Virgo. The Hermit, you may have Virgo in your chart, or you might be dealing with a Virgo at this time. I'm a Virgo rising myself, or ascendant of Virgo, so maybe we're Virgo buddies. But the Hermit is someone who is reflective, right? This person, they stand atop of a mountain of self-reflection and getting in touch with themselves. So I feel like here you need to find someone, a Queen of Cups, to kind of talk it out with, right? And this is going to gain you that self-reflection you need to find what you really want in your life, whether that is you know, this type of a person, you know, if you're looking for like what kind of a person you really want. Maybe you want this Queen of Pentacles, but that's kind of like just generally what you want, and what you really, really want is, you know, something else entirely, like upon further inspection, right? Could be something like that, or just realizing that maybe you're just, you're kind of infatuated with the idea of this person, not necessarily that person exactly, right? So. But, or you might realize that that is the person you want. That is really who you want. So let's take a look at your clarifiers here, Cancer. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it so much. We're going to tie everything off with an oracle card here after the clarifiers. So you're going to want to stick around for that. But thank you so much for being here, Cancer. And let's see what we got for you. We got some pop-outs here for you to start. We got the King of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Tower here. Okay, so lots of interesting things here. We'll start off with the King of Cups. He came out first. The King and Queen of Cups have come out together when that happens. Not just when two of the same court, King and Queen, come out in a reading. It's sort of to represent divine counterparts. So that's very strong if you're looking for love, which this seems to be what kind of a reading this is. I feel like you're really, really looking for love. And love's gonna find you, or it's at least on your mind. So yeah, divine counterparts here. I like how it starts off with the King of Cups and ends with the Queen of Cups. So, you know, for those of you who your ideal person is a Queen of Cups, that is your divine counterpart. That's great because it's like you start off as the King of Cups and you end up with the Queen of Cups. So that's very strong. But the King of Cups is the type of person to just, he's not fazed by anything, really. He's the master of his emotions. He does not let his emotions master him. He's head deep in water here. He's not worrying about it, right? I feel like that's kind of an approach that will help you this week, or even just in the future, is to not let your emotions kind of rule over you here. That's kind of the thing with the Five of Swords. I was kind of talking about how being driven is good, but when you become obsessive, that's when it becomes a problem. And if you're in that kind of King of Cups energy where you're just kind of like, okay, I'm not going to let my emotions overdo it, you're still going to be driven. Hello, Spike. But you're not going to be so driven that you're obsessive about it, and then it kind of takes over, and then your emotions are ruling you. We got the Two of Cups repeating here, so I feel like that's something very important to you. You're really looking for that soulmate connection, which the King and Queen of Cups can be that soulmate connection. So that's beautiful. But when a card repeats like that, it's a very strong message. It's sort of like, you know, pay attention. That's a very powerful thing. So yeah, I guess I just feel like this person is on your mind, whoever this is, this Two of Cups person, whether it's this Queen of Pentacles or this Queen of Cups, or if it's nobody like that, as it is a general reading, it's just you have someone, a soulmate connection on your mind. And we got the Tower, big time change, big time upheaval here. It's some sort of change that has to happen if you want to progress down this path. So again, maybe you just need to reach out with this person and just get it out of your mind that it has to be this perfect situation. Just, you know, message them, just let them know, get the word out. That's better than just not saying anything at all, and then eventually they find someone else because you're too busy waiting for, you know, perfect to happen. So let's take a look. Let's clarify your challenges here, Cancer. See what's going on here as well. All right. We got for you the Queen of Swords, the Sun, and the Ten of Pentacles. All right. So we have 3 queens. Almost all the queens have shown up now. We're only missing the Queen of Wands. So that's very interesting. So the Queen of Swords, I feel like you're afraid of being honest at this time. You're afraid of like letting people know your true feelings, maybe this person in particular, or just anyone in general. Like I talked a bit about here with the Queen of Cups, if this is a person you need to find who's someone you can be vulnerable with, right? I feel like that's kind of a problem for you right now. You're scared to be vulnerable, maybe having some trust issues from like a past relationship. Maybe that's what that Ten of Wands was, that big time weight that just came off your shoulders. It was a toxic, bad relationship you were in with a nasty person, and now you're kind of a little afraid to kind of be vulnerable with someone else. Doesn't mean you necessarily had to have ended that relationship like just last week or something, but you know, in your recent past here. Excuse me, sir, you're poking the tripod. We also have the Sun and the Ten of Pentacles here. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck, and even when it comes up in your challenge positions, that is a good sign. The Sun is so powerful that it cannot be denied. Like even like I don't do reversals, but when it comes up in reverse, it still represents quite a lot of happiness, just not as much as if it was upright. So I feel like here, no, sir. I feel like for you here, Cancer, this person makes you happy, but it's just you're afraid to, you know, get involved with them and get involved with a new person. You're just afraid that things aren't going to work out, or you're afraid things are going to revert back to where they were for you before. Maybe this will be another toxic person. You're just afraid to trust, or you're just afraid that you're not going to have this Ten of Pentacles, this legacy, leaving your mark on the world, which is what starting a family can be, is leaving your mark on the world, right? So that's interesting. So let's take a look at some possible clarifier outcomes here for you, Cancer. See what's going on there as well. All right. See what we got. Got the Ace of Cups. Wonderful. Got the Empress. Very nice. And Leo coming in with a strength card. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. I love it. Okay, so I was talking about how we have 3 queens here so far. When all 4 queens are working together, you get the Empress, because she is all 4 queens wrapped together. So that's beautiful that she came out in your resolutions here. The Empress represents like a ton of abundance, a ton of good feelings coming into your world, a ton of creativity, new opportunities, things that you really want in this world being birthed and created into it. Oh, excuse me. So I love that. The Ace of Cups came out as well. Ace of Cups is beautiful. You being overflowing with emotion, you know, good emotion, things making you feel wonderful, people making you feel wonderful, emotions that you never thought you would feel again or before or anything like that. It's just everything seems so fresh. It's like there's color in the world again, right? So that's fantastic. We've got the Strength card here as well. This is the sign of Leo, so you may have Leo in your chart, or you may be dealing with a Leo at this time, but the Strength card is all about strength. It's all about your aura of strength, right? And let that aura shine. Show off your strengths. Don't be ashamed of them. I feel like I say, if you need to kind of let go of the fact that, you know, like we were talking about that perfection here in the middle. Like I feel like you're afraid to open up with this person and stuff. But I feel like if you reach out with them, I feel like they're very likely going to be game for it. And even if they're not, rejection is redirection. You're just getting redirected towards the person you're supposed to be with. But I feel like once, you know, you kind of get together with each other, just show off your, like, don't show off your strengths, but let your strengths kind of flow and be natural, because I feel like that is what's going to win this person over. And you're going to have this Empress energy. You're going to have that Ace of Cups. You're going to have all that good stuff coming in for you. You just got to trust that you're strong enough to, you know, start this up again, and that you can handle this, and that it's going to be beautiful. So that is awesome. So let's tie this all off with an oracle card. Thank you so much for making it this far with me here, Cancer. I appreciate it so much. Hopefully this is helping you out. Hopefully this is resonating with you. But let's take a look and see what we got for you for your oracle card. We got the Wolf Spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. That's what I feel is going to be a big factor for you for this week, is churning your knowledge of like yourself, turning your knowledge of your past, turning all that into wisdom, turning it into that where it's like, just because you had one bad apple in the past here doesn't mean that that's going to spoil everything in the future. You know, we have to go through ups and downs in our lives in order to achieve our happiness and be in the right place at the right time. We're all on a unique path here, even though we are all living in the same world. We're all kind of walking our own unique path, even though it feels like very similar to others sometimes. But I feel like for you this week, Cancer, there's a big emphasis on you need to just let the past kind of go. Remember it, use that knowledge from the past to turn into wisdom to, like, you know, keep you going, because we need the dark to sort of appreciate the light, right? Because if you have someone who treated you badly before and then you find someone who does treat you good and is lovely to you, then that's better. That's awesome, because then you found someone who actually treats you the way you deserve to be treated, right, Cancer? So that's awesome. If you want to help out the channel, Cancer, you can leave a like down below. You can subscribe to the channel. You can check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign videos too after this one. Thank you so much for being here, Cancer, and I hope to see you in the next video.